Okay, so hello and welcome to another installment of Community Conversations with the World Reimagined. I'm joined by Henny Hurtz here, and I think I'll start by telling everyone watching how me and Henny met. So we was at Eats and Beats, which is a youth project.
Yeah.
It's a lit youth project in Hare Hills, and Henny's there as a mentor.
Yeah, like a type mentor, like a volunteer mentor, type thing.
And I get talking to Henny, find out we both got Bayesian heritage, and we're talking about. And Henny's telling me about how he spent a lot of time in Barbados and his time there. I think the way he said it was like you were living a life, but you hadn't like made all the music yet, but you were like hanging out with like lots of very
So I met a few. Yeah, so when I was over here, I did meet with like quite a bit of artists in it. So it was through named artists and then upcoming artists and then so I met a lot of like music and being outside my own comfort zone over there when it came to the music. A lot happened.
So I had just worked with Rasakem on the World Reimagined, who's been a global artist for World Reimagined. So I was like, I just worked with an artist from Barbados, Rasakem, and Henny actually knew him through a different name, but was like, this really skinny Rasta. He's like got more hair than he does actual body. This guy. Yeah, he's like strict vegan, alkaline diet. Like I worked with him for a day and took him into some schools in Huddersfield. He literally only ate an apple all day.
Is it?
Yeah, because that's the only food which he could, I could find, or he could find that was like within what he feels is healthy and righteous to eat. And that guy's on some next level house, and he's like, I know that guy. So I put him on a WhatsApp call together, and like shouting at each other about FIFA. It's the first time they've spoken in 6 years.
I used to murk this guy at FIFA, right? No matter what he says to you, I used to murk this guy at FIFA, right? I can't remember there's one time, right? He actually beat me one time. I wasn't having it. So what I done when he went out the room, you can edit your characters, edit your players. I made my player go all the way to 99, right? But I murked him. All my team murked him. Like, boom. You know what I'm saying? But it's personal. You don't understand that. You don't understand this thing's personal.
So we'll send him this video when it's done.
FIFA 14 as well. I'll murk you on FIFA 23 too, Russ. Let's do this.
So we need to send Henny back to Barbados for a rematch.
Just for a rematch.
And so I thought like I need to have this conversation as part of the World Reimagined because it's things that happen like that and we need to document them as part of the story and part of the stuff which have happened. Not everything can be captured through the evaluation, but things like that happen and it's important. So my understanding is that you are releasing music as we speak.
Yeah.
I mean, it looks pretty live on Instagram every day. You got posts going up.
Good times.
Clips.
Yeah, man. Like, you want us to say something?
Yeah, tell me about it.
Well, with the music, I'm sorry to bore your ears with it, right? But we got a mixtape called The Uncrowned Pharaoh that we're dropping in 17th of November. Then we got the album launch happening October 24th at the High Park Book Club. So yeah, man, you all come true, man. It should be lit. Of course, just dropped a new single called Midsection that was featuring my boy, or was produced by my boy called Chill Smith. That's now on all platforms. We've got another one dropping on the 21st of October on all platforms called I can't remember what it's called. True Colours. That's featuring Tragic. He's from London. Also working on my debut EP as well called The Voice of Bavel. Got to shoot the music video.
The voice of who?
Bavel.
What does that mean?
So Bavel is basically my great granddad.
Okay.
So he's basically from Barbados. If you look at the $2 bill in Barbados, that dude there is my great granddad. So I found this out. Well, I knew about this from time prior to moving to Barbados. But when I moved to Barbados, I then going to like my family's place and then got a big portrait of this guy. And so I was just like, yo, is this guy really related to us? And he was like, yeah. There's even in St. James a place called Holders Hill. Now my second name's Holder. Or double-barreled Holder Reese. We've got a place called Holders Hill named after us because of this, dude, going back to years. So yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? Proud heritage. So in this EP, it's the proper one. So it's just like, I'd rather, because obviously the guy was from the 1800s. So it's just like, through him, let me just, you know what I'm saying? Just
it's your heritage, right?
Basically, innit? So they're basically connecting in this project called The Voice of Bavel. So I'm looking forward to that one. That one there, I'm actually, that's the, I'm looking forward to that one.
Yeah, because you've been working on this for years, right?
Well, it's the Uncrowned Pharaoh I've been working on, but this one I've been working on behind the scenes, so I haven't even been pushing that or nothing, so that one's just been staying completely silent. So that one I've got all the, it's gonna be a lot of singers on this one, This one, you know what I'm saying? I'm looking forward to this one, more than the Uncrowned Pharaoh. So aya. Yeah, man, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, and yes, I was listening to your music, especially last night, thinking, okay, I need to check this out and get familiar. I've heard lots of these songs already, but I wanted to, and I noticed most of your lyrics and stuff which you're talking about, they're pretty sound in terms of like ethical lyrics in a way. Like you're not really like there's no derogatory women in there. Like, everything you're spitting about is about yourself, about identity, about heritage, about history. Some of it's pretty scary. There was something about like, I don't know, like some guy on a plantation, like some KKK guy being hung. Like everything is like meaningful in you.
That one there was more talking about the. That funny enough, right, I got a shout out to Edward for that one, because on that video there, that's the Henny Hurtz show, if I'm correct, the animated one.
Yes.
I wanted to be original, just a normal horror thing. Right, but it was Edward. He's from, if I'm correct, either Ukraine or something. So it was his idea to do that, because he knows about the, like, I don't know if people know too much about the Caribbean heritage, but like there's only 2 islands that fully rebelled against slavery, and the only 2 islands that really rebelled and actually succeeded. One was Haiti, if I'm correct. The other one was St. Lucia, if I'm correct. But Haiti was the one that succeeded. So for this video that you see there, that's more of Haiti. You know what I'm saying? It's more of the, but put into like American style. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's more of the Haiti. That's why you see a lot of rebellion and stuff like that, and it's been successful because it's of Haiti.
So what do you say when someone says, "What's your music about?"
My music, to be honest, my music is about so much different things. It's very. I try to be very versatile with it, innit? So it's very. I could say it's just about so much different things. So if you want to hear something that's meaningful, there's certain tracks. There's actually a whole heap. Actually, listen to Project Aya. There's a whole mixtape of just meaningful music on that one. Then you want something jokey, I would probably say listen to my other mixtape called Bimden. You want something in between, I would probably say listen to the Bim era, you know what I'm saying? But then if you want to get something that you can turn up to, or original music or unique sound, listen to this new stuff, Uncrowned Pharaoh. So I would say when it comes down to it, it's all of it, man. It's like uniqueness, that's the best way I can put it. It's ragga rap, I try to make ragga rap in it, so.
Well, I think one thing which is very unique about your music is your use of like different voices.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I don't see many other people doing that, so it's like Cypress Hill.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, good thanks, man.
What are those voices about?
If I'm being honest with you.
Enjoyment.
No, that all stemmed from Barbados. So when I was in London, of course, being raised from London, when I was like in London, of course, at these times, I just sound like a normal, basic ass London roadman. You know, no one's there like normal. You know, it's basic shit goes, innit? But then when I decided to take the thing seriously, when I moved to Barbados, it was when I turned 20 so it was 2014 when I decided to take it seriously. If I'm being quite frank with you, I'll say the end of 2014 is when I started trying to tap that style. But how that style came about was through, Tommy Lee Sparta?
No.
Well, it takes us back to the early 2010s. You know, the Vice Cartel, we all should know Popcorn now and stuff like that, innit? Well, you know, like at the time, before Vice Cartel went to jail and stuff like that, innit? So, you know, he had that whole little movement he had, innit? So under that, he had Popcorn, he had, what's his other freaking name? I think it was Not Nice, and he had Tommy Lee Sparta. So Tommy Lee Sparta was actually my favorite. He used to do the voice, Uncle Demon, and that's how I adapted mine to Mr. Henderson, you know what I'm saying? So take it to 2013 now, when I first moved to Barbados. I know it's a lot in it. Sorry, bro. I feel like I'm just. I know it's bare. I feel like I'm nabbling on in it. Sorry. Jeez, I ain't had an interview in so long. Sorry.
That is what it's about.
I feel like I'm nabbling on that shit. Because normally I always wait for someone else to talk back. Like, yeah.
No, I'm listening. I'm listening.
So I'll take it to 2013.
Yeah.
When I just got to Barbados, just moved to Barbados October times, and I remember my cousin has this place called Reggae Lounge, and they had like a little show for upcoming artists to perform at, and they put me through there. So I was like, yeah, sweet. So I was the last one to come on, funny enough. And then when I done my little bloody blah, the DJ said, yo, stay on for a bit. So I'm like, all right, cool. And then I'm hearing Tommy Lee's voice. He's in like, the VIP room where like all the artists were staying. But he just got in. But I had no damn idea, innit? So he's in the back room, now he's on the mic, and he's doing his Uncle Demon Legion. And I'm just like, hey, joke. So I'm mimicking that, innit? Not thinking that the guy's actually in there, innit? You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking that's just voice, you know what I'm saying? Tutus, I do all that, don't do Mr. Hennessy, blah, 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 bullshit. Come in now, the DJ tells me to get off stage. I go in now, tutus, go into the room, bam, guess what I see? Tommy Lee's freaking Sparta. I'm just like, oh crap, was that really you? And he's like, yes, I, you know, say blah, blah, blah. And he liked how I done it, innit? So he just said, like, bro, just be original, innit? Just go with your own style and try to be original with it. And then tutus, that was the start of it.
Yeah. Wow.
That was literally the start of it.
So you got caught out.
Yeah, but it was more 2014 when I started to fully adapt it. And I was like, yeah, all right, cool. Let me just, start fully adapting it now. Yeah.
Cool. So London, Barbados, Leeds, is that
yeah. So it originally went from, I'm gonna go into that. Both my parents were in the army, innit? So they conceived me when I was both still in the army. So they had me in Somerset. So as soon as I was born in Somerset and I was ready to like leave the hospital, they got stationed in Germany for like 2 years. So I spent the first 2 years of my life in Germany. So when I started speaking, apparently, what I got told, when I started speaking, I was speaking German. And what smacks it to this day, don't ask me to speak German. I can't speak German. They said, "Guten Tag and Dankeschön." You know the Wednesday, I can't speak German. But when I hear German, it's weird. It's like a native language to me. It's like, yo, I should know what you're saying, but I don't know what the hell it's crazy. So I don't like listen to it. It's like, you know, in the back of your head, it's like, yeah, it's weird. It's like, yeah, it's weird. But so from Germany, then I lived in Barbados for a year. We got stationed over there. Then, so from Barbados, now I'm Tree now. Then I moved back down to London. And I stayed there until I was, let's say, 16, when I moved up to finish off my last year of school, secondary school in Leeds, when I got back in contact with my dad. And then, I spent the last year there, and I moved back down to London, spent 4 years then, at age of 20, moved to Barbados, then 23, back in Leeds.
And how are you finding it?
Well, in Leeds?
Yeah,
Leeds is cool, man. Yeah. Been in 6 years, so yeah, it's cool, man. It's cool, it's cool.
Nice. All right, everyone that comes on, I tend to ask them if there's one thing that they could change about this country. That could be a law, like change a law, make a new law, piece of social change, like be whatever it is. What would yours be?
There's a few. Alright, the first one, lower the tax prices, man. I make everything get cheaper. You don't have to be that damn expensive, man. Like they're just getting too money hungry, way too money hungry. Yeah. Way too money hungry. Secondly, let's not be the states, like, you know what I'm saying? We're too busy trying to copy the states now, fam. Let's not be no damn states. Like, the states law and our law are two different things. And I was trying to be the states now, but in 10 more years from now, I promise you, from England, we'll be in some dark spot if we keep following the states where they are doing now, bro. Like, we'll be in some dark spots, bro. And
what's that darkness? What does that look like?
Well, I can't really tell you what it's gonna look like. It's not gonna be pretty, man. You know what I'm saying? It ain't gonna be pretty. It ain't gonna be where we should be. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yeah. Like I said, it's all political. I don't like to get into too much of that stuff. But then, and secondly, bro, prejudice them, man. Keep it equal, man. All this fucking new rates and laws, man. What the fuck is all that shit, man? Like, yo, that's got to calm down, bro. Like, but it's a lot. I'm trying to keep it simple, but it's a lot. If I really want to get pissed off, like, bro, fucking, no, it's a lot. It's actually a lot. I just want to keep it calm, but I'll say it's them tree at the moment. Them tree. Just want to, without, getting too into it, I'll say it's them tree.
So you don't go into politics in your music?
Not really. I try to stay out of that. Because I'm mostly like, I try to stay out of that stuff. Like bro, I'm not going to I'm very political when it comes down to in person, but when it comes to the camera and stuff like that, I try to put it out there.
Why is that?
I like talking in person with that stuff, innit? It's like, that's more, I don't know, it's like certain things you put out there and certain things you don't. It's like I don't really put out my personal life out there. To me, politics, that's how, I think that personally, you know, the ones there. So, I like to keep that to other people that are talking. But so let's say we cut this off now, we can talk politics all friggin' day. Camera comes on, yes, I am. You know what I'm saying? Not a new type of thing, innit? It's like, man's Henny Hurtz now, you know what I'm saying? So, I try to keep politics away from entertainment, man, type thing.
Where does the name Henny Hurtz come from?
Now this goes back to London now. Okay. So take this back to 2011.
Yeah.
Now, mentioned of mine at the time. So this is just prior, before I was taking it seriously. Like my tag now, innit, used to be called K.M for Kid Mazes. And when I started wanting to take the music seriously, I was speaking to my brethren at the time. I was like, yo, I need a name, like I need a proper rap name, but I want it to be like a 2-syllable rap name, innit? And then he was looking, I was like, 2-syllable rap name, I'm rubbish at coming out with names. So he just looked at me, he was like, bro, easy, Henny Hurtz. So I was like, wait, what? He's like, Henny Hurtz. So I'm like, I'm gonna go home, check that out. If no one's got that, I'm claiming it. So then I remember saying to him, I was like, why do you call me Henny Hurtz? He's like, because secondly, you drink a lot of Hennessy, and secondly, it's brown like you, innit? So I'm like, yo, you know what, right? You're right, innit? Went home, checked it out. No one had that. Bam, claimed that, innit? So from 2011 to now, Henny Hurtz, man, all the way.
You still drinking?
Yeah, nah, it is.
You still drinking Hennessy?
Nah, funny enough, as soon as I got my name Henny Hurtz, right, I cut down. Literally, I cut down on drinking. I don't know why. It just happened. Like, it just instantly happened. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just I'm more known for smelling like weed than drinking. That makes sense. I should be called Henny Hurtz instead of Hurtz.
Henny Hurtz, yeah. Cool. All right. And so what music inspires you? Like, what do you listen to?
I listen to a lot, you know. If I'm being honest, see, at the present moment, not counting the Kid Cudi, right? I've gone back to like music from like the 40s and stuff, you know. Yeah, like 40s and 50s.
Okay.
I like them type of genres.
Like jazz or?
Yeah, he don't like jazz, man. Jazz, you know, soul, old school R&B, friggin'. See if I say it, I like friggin' Western. I still listen to, right, at the moment, I'm listening to Dolly Parton's mixtape album.
I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah, fuck him. I grew up on that shit. My logical mum used to listen to that stuff. I don't mess about. That thing's hard. Watch and listen to that all now, man. Don't mess about. Jeez. That's weird, isn't it? But I'll probably have to say, yeah. I go through phases, but at the moment, I'm listening to like Western, more Dolly Parton at the moment. I'm really getting back into, I like Dolly Parton. I just really like Dolly Parton, innit? Obviously, say, and Nipsey Hussle, always Nipsey Hussle, always Nipsey Hussle. He's like a big inspiration to me, man. Nipsey Hussle, rest in peace, you know. Yeah, Nipsey Hussle.
And what kind of legacy do you want to leave behind with your music? Like, if you do think about
everything.
that, I don't know. Like,
yeah. I only live once, innit? Uniqueness. I don't be scared to be original. In a world, especially now, that want everybody to sound the same. Well, be unique, man. Be original. You're here for the long run. You understand? It's like, and plus, be independent. Taste better. Taste way sweeter. People might look at you like, oh, what the hell? What would you write? Nah, trust me, it's way better. Way much better. Way much better. And artists out there, always own the masters to everything that you have. Always. Ownership's important, bro. It's very important, especially in music. It's the only thing that we can say as artists have got. It's like our voice, isn't it? So after I'm gone, my music's gonna live on after me. You know what I'm saying? I promise you that. I touch wood, pass away today. What you're gonna listen to from me is my tunes, isn't it? You know what I'm saying? So 2 2s, it's that, man. So everything has to, bro. That's basically my legacy, man. You see the vision, you make that shit happen. No remorse, and you have to. But be humble about it. Don't be out here being arrogant. Bro. Be a beast, but very humble. Be venomous, but very, very nice. You know what I'm saying? It's just it's that, man. That's the legacy I'm looking to do behind, man. Be original. Don't be scared to get what's rightfully yours. But in the nicest way, don't be a dickhead about it. You know what I'm saying? Don't be a knobhead. No one likes a dickhead. Trust me.
The way you're speaking like a mentor, and I know that you do work with young people as a mentor. And when I was on that project, I hadn't seen young people that are like that. I mean, the talent in that room is unreal.
It's real, man.
But that is like
incredible.
Like I've been playing guitar for years.
But you're sick, guy. Have you had this guy play guitar? He's hard.
I play guitar with this. How old is he? 18, 19?
He'll be 18 now. Sadio.
Yeah.
Oh, you two are a sick collab. I'm not gonna lie.
He plays bass. My gosh. Like next level bass player.
He's sick.
Yeah, phenomenal.
Fam, he's hard. And you, bro, you're sick as well. Fam, you see, when I first saw this guy, he was hard. I'm talking directly to you, miss. Yo, he was hard. And then, him and Sadio were together with this, like, feeding up. It was like a crazy collab, man. Like, yo, you're sick. You're sick. Man, out here bigging up my stuff. He's sick, you know. Like, yo, hey, you're hard.
That's another podcast. Come and interview me. Yeah, but guitar's been a big part of past 14 years of my life. But like I did this like daft thing where I call it daft now in hindsight. I used to like try and do like the singer-songwriter thing, and I wrote maybe 10, 12 songs and just go around doing open mic nights and singing these songs, and it was all right, but it wasn't fulfilling. And then I kind of just took it back a step, and I spent time in Malawi and East Africa. My granddad, before I went, rest in peace, he gets to me. He's like, you don't need to, because it was like £200 or something to take my guitar. I didn't have no money at the time, right? And he's like, I had low money. And he was like, don't take your guitar. Someone out there will have a guitar. So I get out there, no one had a guitar. Like in this village, I was like, it's higher than Ben Nevis, so we're like 2,000 foot up in this like hilltop town. No one had a guitar the full time I was there 6 months. I found this one guy who did have a guitar, right?
Yeah.
But he was selling it, and he didn't want me to play it.
Oh,
like,
no, that's hunger, man.
He let me play it for like 15 minutes.
That's gonna hurt. That's gonna hurt.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, but I did, you know, even when you don't have like your instrument, you can still work on your craft in different ways. I mean, I did a lot of other stuff. I did a lot of writing when I was there, pen and paper and stuff. So, yeah, it was important nonetheless. And then coming out of that, I've been very interested in these like ancient songs from West Africa on a kora, which is a harp, and Len has played them on a guitar, which is like, it's a long process. There's 21 notes, so it's having a guitar but only playing 21 different notes.
That's so hard, man. That's so hard. And when you know it all now, innit? It's worth it, though, innit?
It is worth it.
That's sick. Oh, monkey, that's sick, I. That's just sick. That's so sick. Don't kick. I would love to learn how to play an instrument, man. A guitar. Can you tell me the African one? That's even better. Man. That's even better. Don't mess about, man. Ratings. Big up, man. You know what I'm saying? Jeez.
It's interesting though, because like, you know, you think about guitar and you don't often think about like the input of like black people, and especially like African American people, have massively like pioneered the guitar, and like took it into its own world, and like it doesn't get recognized enough. You know, like,
nowadays it should, man. Especially majority of the music. Well, it came from black folks, man. Majority of the music, literally majority of the music you hear nowadays came from black folks, especially from Africa. Like without half of the Caribbean music now is stems from Africa. Like if you hear some of the bass in like, let's say reggae, dancehall and stuff, hear the bass, like proper little drumming in the bass, that's African. I learned that when I was in Barbados. They'll teach me, this is actually African, this is African, this is all comes from Africa. That's why you see a lot of Caribbeans are trying to get in touch with the Africans a lot. Because it's hint, Uncrown Pharaoh, you know what I'm saying? So bro, you have to give homage, man. Probably the mothers of the earth, you know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, everything stems from you, man. It's just, well, not you, you're mixed like me. You understand? I can't take that down credit. You know what I'm saying?
And I guess like even like the origins of like instruments like the banjo can be traced back. That's like an African American instrument and stuff. It's next, like
Oh yeah. But even American culture, even though America's probably the racist country in the whole entire world, bro, even look at it. Majority of the culture is black culture. Majority of it. Obama said it back in the 90s before man became president. You know what I'm saying? Like majority of it. A Philly cheesesteak, that's it. Who said you made a Philly cheesesteak? Like, what's called chicken and waffles? Come on, everything in America came from literally black culture or Native American culture. Like, it's what majority would be Native American.
I was speaking to a white academic, a literature English academic, and he was saying to me, he teaches African American literature, but he's a white academic. He was saying exactly what you're saying now. America is African in like so many, and it's happened in different ways, like through the African American population, but even before then, like through like the origins of like Freemasonry and stuff. So the way that they have like obelisks and the architecture in Washington DC, that's all come from Kemet or ancient Egypt. And then you have all this African American culture in present day, like influencing the way people talk, the way people eat, the way that people design cars, like the whole like everything has come with like.
It's true. Yeah. You gotta understand, especially like I know a lot about Egypt, but Africa in general, because obviously if you go, freaking hell, like just go back like freaking 2,000 years ago. You know what I mean? Let's be real. Freaking, you gotta think of it. Egypt, I'm pretty sure the other parts of Africa as well. We're in the golden era when the rest of the planet was still in the bronze. You know what I'm saying? That's a big thing, and it's like. What's it called? Original kings, queens, and all. So, let's break this down. Men and women, equality. If you look at the Africa, like I said, please forgive me if I'm wrong here, but I can talk about, let's say, Egypt itself. Egyptian queens were the first females to actually be on that height with no problems to it. He was getting friggin' women on coins. You understand? And this is going back to that BC era. All this friggin' divide when men are above women and stuff like that. That's a European culture, you know. Like,
patriarchy.
You know what I'm saying? That's what European culture, probably fucking equal, though. There's no, you know what I'm saying? It's probably a human, bro. I'm pretty sure we both go in the sea, bro, and we both go underwater. We're both gonna drown. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Let's be real. That all stems from Egypt and Africa. You know what I'm saying? Look at all the friggin' culture. Look at the legacy. These people have been dead for friggin' thousands of years, and you're telling me they're still relevant to this day. You know what I'm saying? That's. And people, no disrespect, our era dropped dead and we've forgotten about in 2 years. That's That's a big thing, man. So this is why, fam, everything, like, if I'm being quite honest, man, the whole entire world's in debt to blacks, bro. I'm being quite real.
I'm sorry if I'm dragging you into politics.
No, it's politics. But it's real, it is, you know what I'm saying? It's real. Am I lying? Somebody tell me I'm lying. Like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's facts, man. The whole entire world, they're in debt, yo. You know what I'm saying? It's in debt. But I'll be vexed too. Like, fuck this, man. I'm kidding, man. I'm in debt, I'm in.
And then, so why is it, like, final question, last question, and like looking at that, like, why is it important to know history? Or to learn from history, because obviously you're saying like you've done your stuff, like you've learned lots about Egypt.
The reason why it's important to learn about history, right? Oh yeah, they say it's so you know where you're going. Yes and no. The reason why I say to know about history, so you know not to get fooled. You got to remember something that, as I do say, history is like mostly the person that's victory speaks his story. But at the same time, a lot of people that lost speak their story. I was saying history. Listen to the people that lost, because they'll tell you the real story. Not the ones that won. You know what I'm saying? They always got to make it look like freaking hell, Bonnie and Clyde, they get praised. They were the biggest criminal. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? So, knowing about history, there's two things. It's good to know about your history so you don't get fooled. Because especially on TV, they like to show you only half of that stuff. And they only like to make it so you get confrontational out of that shit. Knowing about the true history is that you learn so much more. And secondly, you get to know a little bit about yourself, innit? But the one thing I would say, if you're going down that road, is that don't get lost in it. Because a lot of people like to go down that road and then they get stuck in that time period. You know what I'm saying? We are in the quarter through the 21st century. So it's good to know, but don't get stuck there. But for what you know there, preach into the world that we are in now. You know what I'm saying? Just teach people, man. Just give them a little, you know what I'm saying, little tasters, man. That's all it really is. So, but it's important to know. I would say it's important to know. Especially, like, let's say you're a bit related to that. You got that 1% from that. It's good to just have a little know, innit? You know what I'm saying? You don't know everything. Like, no, ain't nobody Albert Einstein. But I'm saying it's good to have a little know, innit? A little bit of knowledge ain't gonna hurt no one. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know what I'm saying? That's not I can really say. It's good to know.
And what you're saying, finally, I know you've got your album launch. You've got a party for that. Just like, when is that? Do you want to share that?
24th October at the High Park Book Club.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Uncrowned Vero.
Uncrowned Vero launch party. Oh, it's my first, you know. I've never done an album launch before. It's my first time, so it's gonna be crack. I mean, there's a bit of both. Oh. But yo, it's come true. It's gonna be pretty lit. It's gonna be pretty lit. We got Crooks 2D, we got Chill Smith, we got Potter of Leeds, we got Tex Official, and we got Prince Saint Phantom, and we got special guests. I'm not gonna tell you who the special guests are. Come true and you'll find out who they are. You're done now. Yeah, man. Yeah. My guy.